Hi all. Today I just want to have a discussion on giveaway items. So, all the items that developers have given away for free over the years, what makes a good one, what I think makes a bad one, what kind of things are good giveaway items, what kind of things are bad giveaway items, etc. I didn't really know what to record today, and I don't really have any guns that I can review right now. So I just kind of wanted to talk about this, because it's been an issue that's been on my mind for a little while, and given that stuff is being given away quite a bit right now, thanks to the Twitch Prime rewards each month, it's just something I want to talk about. So, over the years, there have been many things given away. For example, there's the current Twitch Prime Rewards, awarding stuff like the 11A Frontline, the Camo Net cosmetics for the Sunder and the Harasser. They've given away the Platinum NS11. They've given away a whole bunch of say, there's the Platinum Pilot, there's the Platinum Tengu that they gave away, there's the etc. There's been a whole bunch of just random things that they've given away over the years. And some of these things are good. Some of these things are actually pretty cool, pretty useful. Some of these things are not so good, and in fact, pretty junk. So, that kind of begs the question, what is a good giveaway item? And to me, it's something that works on all factions, obviously, or at least has equivalent on all factions. Is something that is actually useful, or at least has some kind of purpose. It's an item that's good for new players, or at least it's actually valuable to a new player, because let's not forget that a lot of these freebies, such as the Twitch Prime giveaways, are arguably enticements to get new players to try out the game with free goodies. And fourth, are they just, actually decent items as a whole? I'm not saying they need to be anything super special, but they should be something decent. And let's take the first Twitch Prime Award bundle as our baseline here. So this bundle was available a couple months ago, and it gave the NSLA Frontline, and it gave the Gladiator helmet. Now, I would personally argue that this is a great giveaway bundle. For one, the NS11A Frontline, while it's not the most amazing rifle ever, it's a very reliable rifle that works on all factions, it's super comfortable to use, it's easy to use for new players, and quite frankly, it has a nice model, it looks visually pleasing. It's a good gun, new players won't have too much trouble with it, vets will be able to put a good Araxium on it for the Exceptional Directive, because it's not a bad gun by any means, and while it's a little bit more subjective, the Gladiator helmet, I would argue, looks quite decent on most loadouts, and obviously for new players who don't have much in the way of cosmetics, it'll be good for them, they'll like it, and I think for what it was, I think it was a really good bundle. But a lot of the free giveaways they've given are not like this. So if we talk about just purely good giveaways, we have stuff like the 11A Platinum, which was an award for summer 2014, I think? Again, it's an NS11A. And while it's not anything super special, it's just a Platinum 11A, it's a good rifle. It works for new players because it's easy to use, and everything I said about the Frontline still applies. But then you have some other giveaways that I would argue are actually detrimental to a new player. There's no better example here than the Platinum Tengu. This is one of the code rewards. I can't remember which code it is specifically, but it's one of the code rewards. And I would wager this has been a terrible giveaway, because what it does is it fools new players into thinking, oh, I was given a free weapon, it must be better than what else I currently have, and therefore I should use it. When in reality, the Tengu is quite possibly the worst submachine gun in the game. It's extremely unfriendly to new players, it's just a bad gun to begin with. It doesn't look very good, and to be honest, there's no reason to ever use it unless you're doing Exceptional 2, which a new player won't do. And even if you're a vet, you'll just use it because you will put up with it. It's a bad gun. It's hard to use for a new player, it doesn't look good because it's just a Platinum Tengu. And there's just no real purpose to it. You also have things like the Platinum Naginata that was also given away in a code, and if I can find it here, there it is. I would wager this is also a terrible giveaway, because not only is it not a very good gun, it influences really bad habits for new players because it wants you to stand still to get the most of its gimmick. Obviously, a new player won't know how to play the gimmick super well. I'm not putting this against them for any means, but it entices bad habits in its play, which will only serve to have a new player get head-clicked more, and they will just die. All while, honestly, it's a straight-up downgrade on all your starter LMGs, but because it's given away as a free weapon, new players might think, oh, it's a weapon that was given to me, therefore I should use it, it must be good. When it's not, it's a piece of shit. So, I think the weapon giveaways are largely a bad idea unless they're good weapons. I really think the 11A is the perfect kind of weapon to give away to a new player, simply because it's good to use for new players and vets alike. It's nice to use, it's comfortable to use, and they usually look pretty alright, especially in the case of the frontline. Whereas you give a player a weapon that is heavily reliant on gimmicks or good game knowledge to make the most of, they're just going to have a bad time with it, but they're going to think that it's a good weapon because it was given to them for free. It was a freebie. So, in my opinion, if they're going to give away weapons, they should just give away basic NS weapons. You have, like, why not give new players an underboss or a pilot? Those are great pistols that will serve you all the way to the end, and they're not super hard to use. Okay, maybe not underboss, but pilot would be a great giveaway. Hell, even the emissary might be a decent giveaway. The 11C is a great giveaway, the 15M, etc. Hell, even the Punisher nowadays would be a great weapon to give to new players because it's an actually competitive SMG that doesn't rely on gimmicks to perform well, and it looks pretty neat. Like, weapons that, for weapons giveaways specifically, just weapons that are good weapons that aren't, like, bullshit, have gimmicks on them, that are comfortable and easy to use, are the perfect kind of giveaway weapons here. And that's where the NS11A really, really shines. In the way of cosmetics, obviously, cosmetics are largely subjective. That said, I think some cosmetics are a lot better than others. For example, in the Twitch reward that was the second one a couple months ago, we got the Mountain Carver Flash. I would personally struggle to find anyone I've ever talked to who has thought this is a genuinely good cosmetic. And perhaps this is why they gave it away, because it is free. But it's not a good reward because it's just ugly. Who's going to use this? If you're willing to spend money on the game, you'll just get a better plating that you prefer. I run Assassin plating over it any day. And if you're a new player, sure, it's a free giveaway, but, like, it's just kind of ugly. The camo trims were a step in the right direction, arguably. I actually think, for what they are, I think the camo net stuff is pretty cool. I wish it was a little more styled, but you know what, for being a free giveaway item, it's pretty cool, and they could have easily tossed us into a bundle and charged us for it, but doing it as a giveaway is actually pretty cool. Props to them for doing this. This is a good vehicle cosmetic giveaway, and a good cosmetic giveaway in general. Because, sure, it's not anything super extravagant, but you know what, it looks decent for what it is. It's something they could have easily sold us for, and I'm willing to bet people would buy it, because it is actually kind of an interesting cosmetic. But they chose to give it away, and for new players, I mean, sure, it's just a cosmetic, but it's still, like, a cool cosmetic. There is that. Like, some people may actually just want to keep running this, even when they've gotten experience with the game and might be spending money on it. Because it's actually kind of a cool cosmetic. It's not for me, but for what it is, it's actually pretty neat. They've also given away a couple of melees over the years. Most recently, the Trench Shovel, which was in the same bundle as the Camo Net stuff. They've also given away, what is it, the TMC-01, His Regards knife or whatever. Like, they've given away a couple knives, and I think knives are pretty weak. Sure, they're just knives. Obviously, they don't really do a whole lot for gameplay, but come on, who's gonna use these? A new player won't, like, ever give a shit about these because who cares? Vets won't give a shit about these because when they give away the subpar knives like the Trench Shovel, why would you ever run this thing over your standard knife? Because the Trench Shovel is actually notably worse than your standard knives, for reasons I don't care about talking here, but it largely comes down to its swing speed. So, like, there's good giveaways and there's bad giveaways, and I think on the whole the developers lately have been, not lately, but on the whole, there's been a lot more subpar ones than good ones. Because, obviously, they seem to give away weapons that, or items that are new, that entice hype. For example, during the Osher giveaway, they gave away, what, the steel... It was the steel starfish or the platinum UBR 300, whatever. One of the platinum underwater rifles was given away for free, and that thing is a piece of shit. It's terrible. There's no reason to ever use it. It's one of the worst guns in the entire game. But a new player might see that, think, oh, it was given to me for free, they're going to use it, and they're going to have a shit gameplay experience. Please don't make giveaways that actually give new players a shit gameplay experience, because it may make them more willing to step away and not play, because what fun is it to just get owned? Obviously, new players are going to get owned, but why would you give them a weapon that is worse than their starter options? Begs the question. And obviously, at this point, while a lot of giveaway stuff isn't really going to be used by new players, most of the weapons at this point are just going to be used by vets to put the Araxi on. Still, you can at least give everybody a decent gun instead of giving us a UBR 300. Or a Tengu. So, like I said, I didn't know what I wanted to record today, but I just thought I'd give my thoughts on that because I don't know, I thought it was a topic worth talking about. If you have anything you want to add, please let me know. If not, I don't know, I'm sorry I wasted your time. Thank you all, and I will see you all tomorrow. Bye.